Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, getting an opportunity to go one-on-one with a Hall of Fame coach, a Hall of Fame player in Tony Dungy. You'll be able to watch him all season long here on NBC. And, Coach, the fact that we get to talk to you, that means football is close. Got to be excited for another season of football here.
I really am. I love this time of year, coming out of training camp and trying to figure out who is going to be good and who isn't. Who's going to be this year's Cincinnati Bengals that maybe nobody saw coming? Who is going to be the team that people are riding and they do come through? So it'll start on Thursday night, and we're pretty fired up.
Yeah, Coach, I was going to say Thursday night, heck of an opener, right? You've got the defending Super Bowl champs, the Rams, hosting the team that everybody's kind of picking to win the Super Bowl, it feels like, the Bills. Excited about this matchup?
I really am, because I do want to see some answers from the Rams. How do they replace some of the people they lost? Your starting left tackle is not there anymore. And a great receiver who kind of helped you during the year in Odell Beckham. And how do you recover from that? You lost your best outside pass rusher in Von Miller. So there's some question marks there. But the other side of the coin is the Buffalo Bills. Everyone is saying this is the team that can win it, that can represent the AFC. They've got to start on the road against the defending champs. So we'll get to see right away what they're made of.
Coach, since March 18th here in Cleveland, it has been Deshaun Watson all the time. I mean, that's all anyone has talked about. Just what were your impressions about the Browns ultimately making the move that they did, giving him the contract that they did, and making him their franchise quarterback?
Well, I guess unlike a lot of people, I feel like the Browns did do a lot of homework, and they kind of knew what they were getting into. And yes, it was a messy situation. Obviously, they talked to Deshaun. They have confidence in him as a person, not just as a quarterback. Did he make some mistakes? Yes. Can you recover from it? Yes. I spent time with Michael Vick, and there was a time when people were saying, gosh, this is a dog killer. We don't want anything to do with him. He shouldn't be playing in the National Football League. But then he showed people that he came back the right way, made some amends, and he's doing great now. So hopefully that same thing happens with Deshaun. And I think that's what the Browns were counting on. I have to trust their judgment that they didn't just go out there and sign a football player, that they did their homework on a young man.
Coach, we're not going to see Watson until December 4th. So it's going to be Jacoby Brissett. Josh Dobbs is also here. 11 weeks, though. Can the Browns survive that, you think?
Well, they can, because of the way they're built. I love Kevin Stefanski and what he's done with the Browns and the mentality that he's brought. This is going to be a run-first team for a good part of the regular season. Jacoby Brissett will do a good job, but defensively, they're going to have to step up. And I know Coach is going to challenge them. Hey, you guys have to hold us in there, and we've got to win maybe a different way, but we can still do this. And in spite of the fact that it's a passing league now and it's 2022, it can be done.
Tony, my pet peeve in life are media people like myself asking you something X's and O's, because you have forgotten more about football than I will ever know. But I do want to ask you one thing. Are we going to see a lot of teams defensively, though, just throwing 9 in the box and daring Brissett to throw? How do the Browns try to make sure that they can find a game plan where they can really try to have success against that?
If I'm a big-time wide receiver, that's exactly where I want to play. I want to play in Cleveland, because everybody is going to say, prove to me that you can throw it. I am going to load the box up, especially early in the season. And so there's going to be one-on-one coverage. There's going to be chances to make big plays. Jacoby Brissett can throw the ball down the field, and they have some people that can go get it down the field. So I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see people say, prove it to me that you can win. But if you're playing good defense, you're running the ball, you're controlling the clock, it only takes a couple of those big plays to win games. And I think Cleveland's going to be capable of that.
A couple of guys you've mentioned, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, we're going to see a lot of them. Coach Hunt has said he wants out. He wants to be traded. The team has said, tough and too bad, you're going to play. Can you recall a situation when you were coaching, anything like this? I mean, are the Browns just going to say, hey, listen, go play, or are they better off trying to find a trade for this guy?
Well, you do try to find an opportunity if you can, but you've got to get back something of value. You can't just say, okay, Kareem, you're a nice guy, so we're going to let you go play somewhere else. If they can get value, then it makes sense. But if not, hey, you're a competitor. You want to earn your money. You'll do it. I can remember when I was a rookie, Mel Blount and Jack Lambert were both holding out. Mel was in a contract dispute, and I don't want to play for the Steelers again. Well, he ended up playing about 10 more years for the Steelers and helping us get to 3 more Super Bowls. So sometimes there's just a lot of verbiage in there, and you have to sort your way through it.
Hey, we hope that's the case here in Cleveland. Last thing before we let you go, Coach, the AFC North. You mentioned the Bengals earlier. Do they kind of come back to the pack a little bit? Are the Ravens ready to go? The Steelers, they lose Big Ben. The Browns, just where are you at when it comes to looking at this AFC North division?
I think it's going to be a great division. Cincinnati kind of caught some people by surprise. People will have studied them, especially on offense, and figured out how to attack them. I don't think they're going to have a romp through the AFC North this year. Baltimore had some tremendous amount of injuries last year. They're going to be better. You obviously have to factor in John Harbaugh and how he's been able to rally them. The Steelers, they're a little bit under the radar. I think Coach Tomlin likes it that way. So I think it's going to be competitive. I think it's going to go down to the wire. I do think you can see 2 or 3 teams from this division in the playoffs. The West is going to be tough. I'm not sure the East is going to be as tough as the North. I don't think the South is going to be as tough as the North.
Coach, listen, really appreciate the time here in Cleveland. Looking forward to watching you guys on Thursday night and throughout the entire season. We'll talk to you down the road, hopefully.
All right. Looking forward to it. Thank you.